Namaste, this is Dr. Karishma Ahuja. Is God really listening? Should we really have faith? Is the divine listening to us? Is my higher self connecting with my feelings and my thoughts? Why should I continue to believe? Let's now hear a short story that will help us answer many of these questions on faith, on God and the universe. In a small village, there lived a mother and her son. The boy had lost his father when he was just 2 years old. The mother tried very hard to keep her son healthy. She exerted herself in many ways to ensure enough money was there for her to bring up her only son and to educate him. Even though the mother didn't have a lot of money, yet this boy, her son, grew up very lovingly. The mother always instilled confidence in this boy. She always made him believe that good will always happen to them. And so this boy too was very smart, very obedient, and had a lot of love and regard and respect for his mother. Not just for his mother, he was a boy who really loved and respected everyone. The mother never made him feel it's a mean world, that we don't have enough, that people don't share enough. Instead, he was made to believe the world is very kind and good. The boy was slowly growing up, and soon he reached the 7th class. He was studying very hard for his examination. One day, he came home from school and told his mother, "Ma, I have to pay fees ₹20 for the examination within 3 days. Please somehow arrange for me this amount, Ma." The mother got very panicky, for she had no money left with her that month. It was the last week of the month. She was as it is trying very hard to make ends meet. She went to the headmaster of the school and explained her inability to pay the fees in time. She requested the principal to help her in some way or the other and allow her son to at least sit for the examination in the meanwhile. The headmaster replied nothing was in his hands. He cannot do anything to help her. The mother returned home, sat under a tree near her hut and started to weep. She started to weep because she really was feeling helpless and knew that her son now will have to see this helplessness because there is no option now left with them. The boy returned from school. When he found his mother in this condition, crying, he sat near her and asked, "Mother, why are you weeping? What has happened?" "My son," she said, "I cannot find any money. You cannot go to school from tomorrow. I have nothing to give you. You better come and work with me now. There is no other way, son, left with us now." The son was heartbroken. He really wanted to pursue his studies. However, a thought came to his mind, and he told his mother, "Ma, why don't you ask someone for a loan of ₹20? After the examination, you and I both will work hard and try to pay back that amount." After hearing this, the mother replied, "My dear son, who will give us the money? Who is going to give us a loan? Only God, if He wills, now can help us." On hearing this, the boy eagerly inquired, "Ma, where is God? What is His address? If He can help us, then I would certainly want to seek His help. I shall go and get money from Him." The mother helplessly said, "Yes, there is the Lord of Vaikuntha, Narayana, who's the source of all wealth, my dear son. He is the only one who can help us." Without a moment's hesitation, the boy ran to the post office near their home. He had a few small coins with him. He purchased a card and wrote on it his mother's unfortunate condition, explaining his own need and thus requesting God to send them ₹20 immediately by return post. He ran to the post box tied to a tree, but he was too short to even reach the slit to put in the letter box. The postmaster, who was nearby, had been observing this boy all the while. So he came to this boy, took the card from him and asked, "My boy, to whom are you writing this letter?" The boy said, "Oh sir, this is a very urgent matter to Lord Narayana in Vaikuntha. I have to pay my examination fees within 3 days. I'm writing to him, requesting him to send me ₹20 immediately. It will save my life. I will be able to study further." The postmaster stared at the address on the postcard. Tears gathered in his eyes at the innocence of that boy. "My dear boy, who gave you this address of Vaikuntha?" The boy narrated this whole scene and dialogue between himself and his mother, and how his mother looked into his eyes and said that Lord Narayana can help us. He further said to the postmaster, "Sir, my mother says God is very kind. He will certainly help poor people like us if only we pray to Him earnestly. I have prayed with all my heart and explained everything to the Lord in this letter." The postmaster, on hearing this, was very much moved. He patted the boy and said, "My dear boy, I shall see to the express delivery of this postcard. You better come day after tomorrow. Don't worry, your letter will be delivered quickly." The boy ran home in a joyful mood. He told his mother that he would get the money in a day. The boy went to the postmaster the day after. The postmaster said, "My dear boy, good news for you. Here is the cover. Inside it you will find ₹20. Now go and pay your fees." The boy was overwhelmed on hearing these words. He took the cover, ran home, and placed it in his mother's hands. The mother asked him sternly how he had got the money. She wanted to ensure he hasn't used any unfair means simply to pay his fees. The boy narrated the entire discussion with the postmaster. Yet she did not believe him. She hurried to the postmaster and asked him whether what her son has told her was really true, and how could it have happened that God has sent money back. The postmaster looked at her very kindly and said, "Mother, believe me, I have always been a very tough, hard-hearted man all my life. But when I saw your son with that letter, I could not believe my own eyes. A letter written to God with such faith truly moved me. Even a person like me had tears in his eyes. It has awakened the spirit of compassion and love within me. I am sure, Mother, it must be God who had induced me to come to the rescue of your son. It is I who has put the money please take the money. It must be God's will that I should give this money to you. Otherwise, I don't see why I would have come in front of this boy at that moment and experienced this whole scene. Mother, if today you don't take this money, your son's faith in God would be shattered. And I don't want to see that happening. And I'm sure this thought of giving you the money has come to me so that his faith in God never comes down. I consider this, Mother, as an opportunity to help a good boy. So please accept it and use this money to pay his school fees. What a lovely story, and what a profound message. Often, the universe will have other people come to our rescue at the right time. And so, whenever we speak to God, whenever we pray to the divine, we must always remind ourselves God is listening. The universe is listening. And then, with faith, we should approach every day of our lives like this mother taught her boy. God can help us. Instead of blaming other people and pressurizing others to help us, if we use all our energy, our time, our attention to strengthen our own connection with God, then our safety, our protection is His responsibility. Help will come, and that too at the right time. This is the reward of faith. If we pray to God sincerely, God always helps us. He would induce someone to act even as His agent at that time. Implicit faith in God alone would rescue us from all trials, all tribulations, all obstacles. Whatever it is that you want to work towards, your health, your finances, your relationships, I'm here to remind you, take this issue up with God. Pray to God sincerely to help you, and He will ensure you get the strength, the energy, and also the much needed help that will take you to the right path and give you the right solution for your problems. We may have tried doubt for so long, and clearly it never works for us. Why not try the power of faith? Why not wake up every day with the faith and belief, God is here for me. He's listening to me. He's understanding me. He's helping me. He's providing for me. I hope you enjoyed this video message. Like and share this video with others. Subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to click the bell icon to stay updated with all the latest videos, tips, tools and techniques. This is Dr. Karishma Ahuja wishing you all the very best. Namaste. God bless.